Even if you're not on the guest list for Travis and Taylor's wedding, there are still a few things every wedding guest should keep in mind. And we've got Christy Spencer here from the Polite Company to fill us in on wedding etiquette. Thanks for being here.
I'm glad to be here. Hi.
Yeah. So maybe some of our viewers are single. They receive an invitation. Do those folks who are single need to start figuring out their +1 right away?
If there is a +1 that they're expecting, it'll be on the invitation, that it will be and a guest. So if you don't get that invitation that says and a guest, don't try bringing a +1, and don't call the bride or the groom and say, hey, did you forget to give me a +1? So don't just automatically assume that you're going to get one.
That's a good tip. I
It
feel like a
is.
lot of people can fall into that trap.
Yes, yeah, that is a tricky one. And then many couples are going for an aesthetic with their wedding, especially with the photos and everything. So how do you find the dress code to be helpful instead of like a burden or demanding on you?
We want to give people examples. So wedding websites are a great place for people to put examples of what they would like people to wear. It's also good to just understand that not everybody's going to fit your exact look.
Right.
So you want people to feel comfortable, you want people to be, dressed appropriately, but going for that exact thing is probably a little too much. And also just be clear with it. Is it formal, semi-formal? I see different dress codes now, like fancy ranch. I don't know what that means. There's no finding that. So I think use the more common dress codes.
That's interesting, and I also like the idea about like a mood board or something, providing images of what you're expecting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that can be helpful. Let's talk about punctuality and what that means for a wedding ceremony. I get confused. You get like, this is happening at this time, this is happening at this time. So when are you actually supposed to be there for the ceremony?
So I've recently seen things online that people want to be there as much to an hour ahead of time, and I'm saying absolutely not. You're probably going to be in the middle of pictures at that point in time. So I think half hour is a great mark to aim for. Sometimes people might say doors open at a certain time and the wedding begins at a certain time. Just want to give yourself plenty of time. You don't want to be the last ones who are walking down the aisle just before the bride.
Yeah, right. Or even interrupting. I think that happened at our wedding, where some guests came in at the very last second, and I was like kind of scooted around me as I was walking down the aisle. It's not like I care, but it's just funny because you need to think about that the ceremony is actually starting. Yeah. And you should be in your seat.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
All right. We all love capturing the moment, but what should we keep in mind when it comes to our cell phones at weddings?
I would not bring my cell phone into the ceremony if I could possibly keep from it. So if it stays in the car, in a pocket, at least in your pocket on you, it needs to be silenced for sure. Many people will remind people to do this, but there's always one who is going to forget. And then when you're taking pictures of the couple, don't race to put them online.
I know.
You want to wait.
It's
you
their moment.
Let the
but
couple
you're so
do it
excited.
first. Yes, and I see this a lot with aunts and uncles and people who they weren't just guests; they were honored guests, and they're so excited.
Yeah.
But nothing that's not been approved by the bride and the groom and shared by them first.
Take the lead from the wedding party.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we let you go, we can see your website right there on the screen. When is it okay to leave that wedding?
I think if you've been able to speak to the couple, maybe it's after the cake is cut if they're doing that, or at the end of dinner. You may want to be there for that first dance, but you're not required to stay there, through the whole night.
Okay, that's great.
Well, we
too.
would be. We would be on the dance.
We close it down.
Yeah,
we do
Jason
close it
and I
down.
are the best wedding guests.
Yes. If you want to invite us to your wedding, we would love it. Christy, thank you for joining us and filling us in as we build into wedding season.